Right, hey guys, it is your boy Jonkerz. Now, this video is going to be difficult, but if you're here to watch, then I'm here to explain. So, I'm going to say what I think on the whole blue situation with Wayne Rooney and what the hell is going on. This is, I'm going to put it out there, my opinion and my opinion only. Obviously, everybody's entitled to them. I've got my views, you've got your views. Doesn't mean we're right, doesn't mean we're wrong. It just means that we are who we are and we believe what we believe. Now, what I'm going to get into on this is the situation on what's going on, and not only just because of I thought it might be a good idea just to see what, to get at what people think that I might be thinking, but it's because of the fact that I had a comment as well, which clearly states that somebody wants to know how I feel about the whole thing. So after doing the Blues video, I had a comment from somebody, and they basically said about the Blues Ipswich game. So what the comment was, and I will read it and it will be up here somewhere on this screen now. It was from Lee Evans 9654, and he put, "My God, how bad are Birmingham? 2-0 up with 11 minutes to go and concede 2 goals. Crap. Rooney may have been a good player, but he's not a good manager. Keep right on to the bottom of the league." Right. 2 things I'm going to say about that comment. I put a thumbs up because in certain aspects I agree. Right, we're 2-0 up, we were showing a bit of promise, and then we concede 2 goals and we end up drawing. However, Ipswich are at the top of the league. They're doing very well. We can't complain about a team that's in form. Although Birmingham did show promise, we showed strength against that team that are showing very, very good form at the minute. And but the whole fact of what's been going on with the whole of Birmingham City that I've noticed at this current moment with the international breaks, when we come off the international breaks, we're being a bit sloppy on the ball, and we're not really pushing up or taking much advance with it. Now, coming up to these games that we are playing now versus Ipswich, and we've gone 2-0 up, we should be winning that game. We should be, making sure our defence is strong. What I can't wrap my head around is why they ever got rid of Eustace. I get it's for the whole fact of Rooney being a world-class player, but as that guy has put in the comment, and I completely agree, a world-class player doesn't mean you're going to get a world-class manager. Rooney's track record hasn't been the best. Okay, I agreed. Derby went into administration and all that stuff, and they got points deducted. And, he went to DC United, which, let's be honest, they haven't really got a big track record. And I can't really say that as a Birmingham City fan, because we're not like the likes of PSG, Man City, Real Madrid, Barcelona, but we are a well-established team that have been around for a very long time. And like I say, I replied to that comment, and again, here's what I've replied to that comment. I said I'll be doing a video on this soon to address my opinion, which I'm doing now, on the Blues situation, and from what was shown, we had a better game than the last 2 we've had under Rooney. But I do agree with you, as a player he was great, but why we sacked Eustace was questionable. Now, this gets on to my bit with John Eustace. Like I say, when we come back from the international break, we seem to be a bit sloppy on the ball. We drew a couple of games or lost a couple of games. However, Eustace managed to get that back under control and managed to get the ball rolling again. Another thing that Eustace managed to do while he was in charge of Birmingham City was he managed to unite the players and the fans and the club all together. And we were solid. I mean, I went to the Leeds game, and you've seen the clips if you've watched it. If not, go and watch it. But we sold that stadium out to the best that we could at the time, because obviously we lost the cop in the bottom of the Tilton. But we sold it out, we sung our hearts out, and we won the game 1-0. It was in the last few minutes of the game, but we didn't give up. We showed promise, and like I say, to start the season off that strong and against an ex-Premier League team, mate, we went all the way. And that's to see how strong we were on the games leading up to that as well, and to see how we went into a playoff position after so many games. And like I say, we're beating ex-Premier League teams and all that stuff. To sack Eustace was mind-boggling, and Gary Cook come out and said that the situation was misaligned with the plans. I don't agree with that. Eustace was the right man for the job. We should have stuck with Eustace. We should have sent it out till at least halfway through the season. And if things weren't going right, then fair enough. But after so many games and get us in, a playoff position, to then sack him for Wayne Rooney, whose track record isn't that great. In my eyes, Gary Cook and the board only wanted Rooney in to make the club better as a whole. So I've heard about this whole, raising our status up to tier 1 or something in the youth academy. Whether that's true, I don't know. I think it might be confirmed, but either way, if that's all that we've got Rooney in for at the minute, that's no good to me. I mean, okay, yes, it would be good to have a youth academy that's the likes of Man City and PSG and Real Madrid, and you've got all these good players coming through. But then, okay, we believe in the project, we've got to trust the process, yada, yada, yada. But we need to be having strength in the team, because if we don't focus on the strength in the team and we don't focus on the games in hand, we're going to get relegated. And at the minute, I mean, today we played against Sunderland on the day of recording this, and all I'm going to say is it was 1-1. I went shopping, I checked on the scores, next thing I know, it's 3-1. Rooney is not doing the job that he needs to be doing, and yes, okay, he's only just come in, and he's probably going to need time to settle. But let's face it, Eustace left us in a good place. We've had this whole thing of the ownership being taken over. St Andrews has been, completely taken over with the refurbs coming in. Everything's coming through thick and fast, and it was all looking good. So then when you have the likes of Eustace being sacked and you bring in Rooney in, it's going to give us Zola vibes. And to be honest, at the minute, it is giving Zola vibes. With Rabbit, they sacked him, got Zola in, and now we're dropping. And this is why fans are so fearful that we're going to have a part 2 of this, because we're so close now. I mean, I think last time we checked, we're in 15th or 16th. Let me check the board. So yeah, here, okay, Sunderland are now in 6th, right? Birmingham are in 18th. 18th. We're 4 places away from relegation. And our last 5 games, loss, draw, loss. Now, since he's taken over, he's had 5 games. He's lost 4 of them and drew 1. 5 games. We've played 16. We've played 16 games. And we've lost our first 5 with Rooney. Or our first 4 and drew 1. That's not a good record at the minute. I mean, let's face it, Eustace had 11 games, put us into 6th. So, let's say, for argument's sake, we give Rooney 11 games and we compare his points to Eustace's points, because he's got the same squad. He's got the same squad and he's got the same, well, he ain't got the same management there now. He's got new management, but let's face it, Ashley Cole, John O'Shea, yeah, again, good players, but as coaches, can't really say anything. So, again, opinions are opinions. My opinion is we should have stuck with Eustace and we should have seen it through to at least halfway through the season. We were playing against, okay, let's face it. Let's go back on here, right? So, we played against Leeds. Leeds is 3rd at the minute. Right, Leeds are 3rd. They've won their last 4 and lost 1. We beat them 1-0 at the start of the season. Ipswich Town, okay, yes, we drew against. They've got 3 wins and 2 draws. But then when we're playing the likes of Hull City, after playing West Brom and we beat them 3-1 with Eustace, and Middlesbrough, who are 8th and 10th, I mean, it's like, look, 1-0. 2-0. 3-1 Southampton. Where are Southampton on here? Where are they? 4th. 2-2 against Ipswich and 3-1 against Sunderland. Like, I don't know what we're meant to do. Who have we got coming up? I haven't even checked in so long because I've got to the point where I'm like, until everything gets sorted, well, like, what's the point? Sheffield Wednesday, Blackburn, Rotherham. So what did they say? He's played, 6 out of 11. So he's got 5 games. 5 games to see where he gets, right? So in the next 5 games, he's got Sheffield Wednesday, Blackburn, Rotherham, Coventry and Cardiff. Now, I'd actually say that really 3 out of them 4 games, or at least 2 of them, we should be definitely winning. Blackburn, we should be winning. Rotherham, we should be winning. Coventry, obviously being in playoffs last season, and to be fair, are currently 2 places below us. That is going to be a bit of a challenge. Coventry have always been a bit of a challenge when we play them. So I would say Coventry, Birmingham, possibly a draw. If not, we should be pushing for a win, obviously. But then Cardiff I can see as a challenge. Like that could be one where we lose. But I don't want to be saying that. I want to be saying we're going to win, we're going to win, we're going to win, we're going to win. And with Eustace, I would have gone into all of them and said, you know what? We've got an easily 3, 6, 9, 12 pointer. That's what I would have said with Eustace. But I just don't know. I don't know anymore. Like it's hard to judge. Like I say, Birmingham seem to do the right thing at some points and then the wrong thing straight after. And at the minute, I've got no confidence in Rooney. And I'm trying to go in with an open mind and I'm trying to give him time. But we've seen what I've seen after going so strong at the start of the season with Eustace in the same squad. I don't see how you can argue any facts that this is going to not work. And I don't know how long Gary Cook and Tom Wagner are going to give us before we end up down in the pits. I mean, early days yet, but if it carries on like this and they don't get rid of Rooney or they don't say, right, you need to book up your ideas and change your strategies, it's League One. It's League One. I'd hate to say it, but I think it is. And you know, if they're going to carry on thinking about how the whole of Birmingham, because I know that they're looking at the whole of like HS2, I think, or they're looking at getting a new stadium, or they're trying to think of a way how they're going to bring everything into Birmingham City. That's all well and good, but you need to be looking at the team as well and looking at how you're going to keep yourself at least level in the Championship. Because I'd say, okay, 5-year project, that's all right. Do what you need to do in 5 years. If you want to build a new stadium, build a new stadium. If you want to see if HS2 can link straight through the football club, then yeah, whatever. I don't know what you want to do, but as long as you're keeping us level-headed in that Championship or fighting at least for promotion, I'd be happy. But the way that we're playing at the minute, we're looking at League 1, League 2. Like I can actually see us next season playing Wrexham, because if Wrexham are going the way that they're going and they end up again this season and we go down, we're going to be playing Wrexham. 2 seasons ago, they were not even a league team. Wrexham have done it the right way. And the way I see it is, at the minute, we're kind of like a Wrexham 2.0. But we're just doing it wrong. We're doing it wrong. I mean, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney have been doing it the right way. And, you know, they've brought out the race course and they're looking at investing in the team as well as investing in keeping the repairs on the stadium good and stuff like that. I don't see the issue with St Andrews at the minute. I would keep St Andrews the way it is, keep it, you know, maintained and stuff. Get the team invested, get them up, and then start focusing on the project for the new stadium. But like I say, that's just my opinion on the matter. And what I'm going to do before I go is I'm going to see what I'm going to see what Wayne Rooney's excuse is for today's game, because I'm not going to lie, it's kind of annoyed me that we were drawing and then we just lose again. So let's slap these on. Let's see what he says, and then we'll comment on it after.
Gaffer, a 3-1 defeat here at the stadium, Alight. How do you reflect upon that one?
Yeah, disappointed because I thought the performance it was a good away performance, and we caused Sunderland problems with how we pressed them. We won the ball back quite a lot of times and had good opportunities, maybe a little bit more care. In the final thirds, we take a couple more of the chances, and then the goals are really sloppy goals from our point of view. And I mentioned this to the players before the game about your concentration, especially on set pieces. In this league, set pieces are so important, and we didn't defend them well enough. So disappointed.
Yeah, as you say, is that all the planning in the world that can go into set plays? I know lots of work goes into them for and against, but it's about players taking responsibility in those situations.
Yeah, of course. And listen, we know, they play a lot of short corner kicks, and they play short to play round the back post on the second phase, and you give the players the information, and it's purely a concentration. And if you switch off for 1 second in this league, then you can get punished. So that's something we need to improve on. But I think overall the lads put a great effort in once again. Again, a lot of positives, and so we've come to a really tough period of fixtures, which now we need to really focus on. Obviously, after the international break, really picking up results, because that's where we need to do.
Right, is it just me? Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but we're 5 games deep now from the international break. That is not an excuse anymore, right? The international break is not an excuse. Okay. He's come in, he's realised he's fucking up, and now he's trying to backtrack. I haven't actually watched any of the highlights of the game for Sunderland. I couldn't be arsed because I had other things to do. But, I had my housework to do. I had to go and sort things out. I had to go and get my dog's food. I was not wasting my day trying to figure out whether we were going to draw, lose, win on this bloody idiot that's now managing Birmingham. Oh, come on, man. Like I say, it's my opinion. I'm sorry. We're all entitled to our own. I know I'm going to get some snap for this, but it's how I'm feeling.
Felt like a wide open game from minute one here. Is that what you expected? Is that what you're prepared for?
Yeah, but listen, they've got some very good players, especially on the top end of the pitch, and we knew they'd have opportunities, and we had opportunities, and obviously the 2 set piece goals kill us really, and then to get the third when we're pushing and we're making changes to try and get back in the game. So that was disappointing, but yeah.
So by the sounds of it, we've been done by set pieces, which really we should be looking at. We were quite strong on set pieces with Eustace, so why are we not picking this up with Rooney? Why? From what I heard, the players were saying to Rooney how they don't feel comfortable playing the way they're playing. So why don't they just play the way that they want to play, and tell Rooney that sack off your ideas and just let the players do what they think's best, because clearly the players know more than what he does.
Both teams had opportunities, and thought a bit more care we take ours. We were in a really good position in the game.
Yeah, you've mentioned it before, the buzzword of being the details in the game. How frustrating is it when you're watching on, you can see the opportunities that you're creating, getting in some really good areas as well, just that last little bit we're lacking?
Yeah, and that'll come. But no, again, I think there was positive. Sunderland are a very good team. So to come here and perform the way we did, I was pleased. Another day we get to another game, but again, it's them details, that concentration, which we need to improve on. One
of those positives, Koji Miyoshi's third of the campaign, a really well worked goal involving Jay Stansfield as well.
Yeah, it was, and thought he had a good game. He was an important player for us, really good finish. Got us back into the game. We were on the front foot, we were taking the game to them, had a couple of opportunities before half time again. I think if we take one of them, we're in a very commanding position in the game, but we don't. We go in. I thought we started the second half well, and then we concede the goal, and that changes the game, makes it a bit more difficult for us to get in.
Yeah, is that the annoyance at the moment, the goals we're conceding, when you look at the 5 games you've been in so far?
Yeah, it's too many goals, of course it is, and we concede 3 goals to stay inside that 6-yard box, so it's frustrating. The amount of work we're doing, defensively with the team, the amount of good work we're doing pressing teams higher up the pitch. We need to be focused inside the penalty area because we're conceding too many.
Fortnight now until the Sheffield Wednesday game. What's your priority over the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, the lads will have a tough schedule in terms of working on the fitness. I think that's really important for us. So they'll do that and then obviously prepare for the next game. So we've got a really tough run in after this international break. I think it's 3 or 4 months of back-to-back games, so we need to make sure we put the right amount of work in to make sure we're ready to come back.
Just done a little bit of team news. No Kevin Long in the matchday squad. How's he?
Yeah, no, he had a tight calf throughout the week, so he hasn't trained the last few days, so unfortunately he was unavailable.
Thank you, Gaffer.
Thank you.
Right, load of bollocks, that's all I'm calling. So I'm just going to check here to make sure I'm not wrong. Okay, so the last international break, and it says here, was 17th of October, the 9th of October to the 17th, right? November 13th. Today's the 11th, as you can see in the corner here. Right? So, November 13th is the next international break. October 17th was the last one. Now, if I go on to Birmingham's fixtures and results. Right. 11th of November, 4th of November, 28th, 25th, 21st, 17th. He keeps blaming the international break, and there hasn't been one since before the Borough game. And the next one is in 2 days. So you're telling me that the next international break in 2 days' time, he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to get the lads match fit, blah, 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 this and that, the other. Right? It's a load of crap. Because when we go to that international break and we come back, we're still going to lose more games. Because one, that's what Blues do that's what they did when they were with Eustace. But two, now it's going to be even worse because we've got Rooney in the mix. Unless something's going to give, right? I don't think we're going to get anywhere with it. I really don't think we're going to get anywhere with it. And I hate to say it, I really do. But I had faith in Blues this season with Eustace, and I actually said this to one of my pals, right? I said to one of my pals that I work with, that's also a Blue Nose. I said to him, either Blues playoffs this season, or I said that it was going to be Blues fighting for promotion. But I says that it's probably going to be playoffs because there's strong teams there. So I says to him, Blues playoffs and then potentially getting into the Premier League. That's how I felt with Eustace in charge. Since Rooney's come in, relegation, I'm telling you right now, because unless he gets a stick up his arse, and that stick is Tom Wagner basically saying, I'm going to dock you because you're getting paid 3 times more than Eustace and he did 3 times more than you're doing, you fucking dimwit. Right, sorry, I'm getting vented now because it's just stupid. Like, is it just me? Or is Wayne Rooney a real bad idea? I had a bad feeling about him coming in when it was being talks about the whole thing with Eustace going to Rangers and us getting Wayne Rooney when it was in talks. It felt wrong, and now that he's here, it is wrong. And I think it's wrong. And he's had 5 games in. Okay, fair enough. We'll give him another 6. But I'm telling you, by the 6th, we're going to be in relegation. Because this team is not going to shape up with him. And Ashley Cole and John O'Shea. We need stability in that team. Otherwise, we're getting relegated. And it's all going to go to shit. And that's why I can see it going. Now, I'm going to stop rambling now. That's been my opinions. I'm hoping to see Blues on the up. I don't want to see them going down. I want to back the boys, I want to keep right on, and I want to get on to this fucking championship and smash the shit out of it, just like we all want to with the Blues. So no matter how much my opinion I say, no matter how much I do, I can't change anything. I'm not in control of it, but I'm going to have to back Wayne Rooney and I'm going to have to back the boys. So I'm going to try and do what I can, but I just need the time to get over the shitstorm that's going on right now with Birmingham. And once I'm over it, I'll be able to just knuckle down and try and back the boys again. But like all of us, I think we need a bit of time just to take a breather, readjust and reevaluate. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. If you've got a different opinion, I completely understand and I respect it. I've got no hate on anything. I hope you guys don't hate on what I've said. If I've been wrong about anything, please correct me. I don't mind. I'll put my hands up now and say that, to my knowledge, this is all I know. That's why I checked about the international break and stuff like that. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll hold my hands up and say, okay, fair enough, I didn't know that, or okay, it's just my opinion. That's all it is, and I completely respect yours. So yeah, just let me know down in the comments how you feel about it or what you think, and hopefully we see the boys back on track soon. So this has been your boy Jonkerz. Stay bonkers, keep right on till the end of the road, and I will see you soon, Bluenoses. Peace.